Welcome back to the channel, another segment of what's sold on eBay. This is where we check the sold section on eBay of a particular category and we kind of check the sell-through rate. We see what is selling, for over $100, and then we take a look at the top 5 selling items in that category. Today we're going to be searching fountain pens. So as a storage unit buyer, oftentimes you find some pens in a storage unit and you never know if you have something special or not. So we're going to try to do a little research to make sure we don't throw away one of these fountain pens worth some big bucks. I know I've come across some of them in the past and I haven't done my research, so we're going to search fountain pens today, see how many are out there and see what is selling. Let's take a look. So it looks like when you search eBay by category of fountain pen, you search keywords fountain pen, and it shows that there's 140,000 results for fountain pen out there on eBay. So with 140,000 out there, there's a lot to choose from. Of course, we want to see what is selling, right? So in order to do that, we had to narrow our search. Let's do that now. So to see what is selling, we go over here to the show only section and we click on sold items. So let's go ahead and do that now. Sold items to show us what is selling in the category of fountain pens. So there was 140,000 listed. We searched the sold items and it looks like 40,000 of those have sold the last 90 days. So 140 listed and 40,000 have sold. So obviously that's not the kind of sell-through rate you're hoping for. You're hoping that demand is greater than supply, but that's certainly not the case. The market is kind of saturated with fountain pens, but let's go ahead and see what kind of stuff is selling. So here's a look at some that have ended recently. Here's a lot of 3 vintage fountain pens for $320 that sold for. Over here we got some more vintage fountain pens for $336. Next to that we have a Waterman fountain pen for $14.95. And next to that we got another Waterman for $24.99. We got a second row here. Here's a Faber-Castell wood fountain pen for $86, best offer. And next to that another Waterman for $50. So get to know these labels, get to know these brands. A rollerball pen, $140. So there's some big money in fountain pens, as you can see. And then there's kind of the run-of-the-mill here for $13 to $28, depending on what type you get here. To tell you the truth, I'm really surprised at the dollar amounts of some of these pens. So we're going to look at a few more that have ended recently, just so you guys can kind of get a look at what's selling. This is all stuff that's just ended recently. So recent sales that seem to be for a lot of money. So let's take a look at a few more. Here's a custom Heritage Pilot pen for $120. Above that is a Mont Blanc for $300. So that's a very famous name. Get to know that one. And next to that we got a Parker for $69. Of course everybody knows the Parker name for Parker pens. And a Schaefer Statesman for $70. Below that we got a couple of vintage Schaefers for $38. Next to that another Schaefer for $70. And here's another Pilot for $667, best offer accepted. So there's some big money here. Next to that, a Parker 51 for $80. So although the sell-through rate isn't that great with 140,000 listed and 40,000 sold, the dollar amount is enticing, right? So if you're looking for a new niche to sell in, fountain pens might be a good one to think about. They don't take up a lot of space. They're quick and easy to list, quick and easy to ship. You could probably, slide one of those in a little envelope, little bubble mailer, and send them off, no problem. They're not going to really break in the mail. So a nice category to think about selling in. Invest some money in fountain pens. Maybe it looks like the vintage market is the one to explore, because it seems like those are really going for the big bucks. Of course, we're very interested in that big bucks category, right? So we're going to narrow our search even more. We're going to take that 40,000 that have sold in the last 90 days, and we're going to search for pens that are selling for over $100 to see how many of these are selling for over $100. As you can tell by the ones that have just ended recently, a lot of them are over $100, so I'm expecting this number to be pretty big. Let's take a look. So here's the chart. You can kind of see the dollar amounts from 0 to $1,500. So there are some high-end pens out there, but the bulk of them are selling between $10 and $100. But to narrow our search and see the pens that have sold for over $100, we go to this category on the left hand side here, the price category, and we put $100 in that minimum box there. So we're gonna type that in now. 100 in the minimum. Then we hit this little arrow on the right hand side and it'll give us all the pens over $100. Alright, there you see it. There was 40,000 that had sold in the last 90 days, and of the 40,000, 12,000 of those fountain pens have sold for over $100. So 12,000. So obviously when you're dealing in that high-end fountain pen game, that might be a good category to think about investing some money in. 12,000 of them sold for over $100. So that's quite a lofty number when you're considering we're just selling pens here, right? It's pretty easy to list them and sell them. Let's take a look at some of these that have ended recently and sold for over $100. So it looks like a lot of them are in lots. 6 vintage Waterman fountain pens for $304. Here's another lot of Wyvern. Wyvern is the brand. $123 at auction, 3 bids. Some of them are going at auction, some of them fixed price. Here's Omis Tokyo Blue fountain pen, ballpoint pen set, $332. Next to that, another lot for $163, 5 bids on those. Again, we have more lots under that. This is stuff that ended recent. This is September 2nd. This one sold $123.50. Next to that, we got another lot here, $271. And $320 for this one. Maybe Todd Swan over here. 8 vintage Maybe Todd Swan mountain pens, $336. This next row we have a few single pens here. This is a roller pen, the Waterman, a Waterminia, $140 for that one. And the Pilot Custom Heritage 912 for $120. These are single pens selling for over $100. Mont Blanc, a $300 pen. And next to that, we have this Pilot for $667 best offer. That's not all. Here you see more single pens. A vintage Swan, $328. Next to that, another Mont Blanc for $995. A Parker Dual Fold for $225. And next to that, another Mont Blanc 14 karat gold on this one, $255. 31 bids at auction. So kind of cool to see that there is the demand in these pens that you can actually run them at auction and people will bid them up. So a lot of categories can do that, can say that these days. So these vintage pens, definitely there's the demand for them. If you find the right ones, the Mont Blancs and some of the Pilot pens, some of the older ones, the ones with 24 karat gold or the gold accents on them, those are the ones that are selling for quite a bit of money. So you got to keep an eye out, kind of know those brands and know what you're looking for when you explore this vintage pen market. You know, one idea I had would be to buy up those lots. You know, you see 5 or 6 pens in those lots. You could buy lots of pens like that and then list them individually and just mark them up. So if the demand is there for these vintage pens, you have them all there in a lot. So you can kind of use online arbitrage in your favor to kind of just source online and then relist online. That's one option that you might have with this type of niche. So of course you've seen how many are out there. What was it, 140,000? You've seen how many have sold, 40,000. You've seen how many have sold over $100. What was it, 12,000? And now you want to see the top 5, right? You're interested in seeing the top 5 fountain pens that have sold online. That's what you're waiting for. That was in the title, the description. So we're gonna wait no longer. We're gonna give you the top 5 selling fountain pens on eBay. Let's take a look. So in order to find the top 5 fountain pens, we go over here to sort, and we had it ended recently. We switch it from ended recently to price and shipping highest first. Price and shipping highest first. It's the 4th one down. We click on that and it'll give us the top 5 selling pens. Let's do it. Alright, looking at these top 5, I must say I knew there was some money in fountain pens, but I didn't think it was this kind of money. We're going to have to surprise you with these numbers. Let's take a look at the number 5. At number 5 on our list of top selling fountain pens on eBay the last 90 days is this. It's a brand new Namiki Emperor Yabusami limited edition fountain pen sold for $12,800. Best offer accepted, and that includes $200 shipping. Wow. Let's take a look at this one. Obviously it appears to be some sort of Japanese, I would say. Pens Sanctuary sold this one, $12,800. Let's take a closer look. There you see it. It looks like it has that removable cap, some sort of horse or something on there. You can see it closely there if we zoom in. Little horse design. So $12,800 they got for this one. Seems just to be a basic little pen, but they haven't even taken the cap off. Let's take a look. Do they have more photos? There you can see the writing on it. Maybe that's Chinese writing. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. Namiki Emperor Yabusami. So that is what if I'm pronouncing it correctly. And that's the only photos they give. Let's go through it one more time. They have the horse on there. If you're looking for this type of pen, you might see this somewhere. Who knows? Maybe your neighbor passed away and he has it in an estate sale. That's what you're looking for. That type of lettering, that type of design. That's a $12,800 pen right there. So obviously, forgive me if I pronounce some of these names incorrectly. This is a new category for me to be searching in. I'm doing my best, but let's take a look at number 4. At number 4 on our list of the top selling fountain pens on eBay the last 90 days is this. It's an FP Journe Writing Instruments Set Fountain and Ballpoint Pens Limited Edition. And this was sold by Black Tag Watch, sold for $13,500. And that's free shipping on top of that one. They're not going to charge you any additional, but that's what you get for $13,500 right there. The FP Journe Writing Instruments Set Fountain and a ballpoint. So you get 2 for 1 here. For $13,500, they're gonna make it a package here. 2 pens. There you see the fountain pen, and the ballpoint is the back. And there's a look at that ballpoint pen. And there you can see the lettering on there. I think that's an FP, if I'm not mistaken. The FP Journe Writing Instruments Set. So this is a high-end set here. $13,500, number 4 on our list. There's you see everything that you get. Beautiful pen. It looks like it says something there, 500. So maybe it's one of 500 of these that were made. So limited edition, that must be what they're talking about. Very detailed, very ornate. You can see why it fetches that top dollar amount. Very nice little set here. You get the fountain pen and the ballpoint. And they took a lot of great photos. A nice listing here. They went the extra mile to get these photos. So there you see the fountain pen, how it kind of reaches out there from the little clasps. Kind of, I'm not sure how you would describe that, but very nice set there. At number 4 on our list, the FP Journe Writing Instruments Set for $13,500. All right, you saw one for $12,800. You saw one for $13,500, and the dollar amount keeps climbing. Let's take a look at number 3. At number 3 on our list of the most expensive fountain pens sold on eBay the last 90 days is this. It's not one pen, it's 24 pens. A 24 Parker Fountain Rollerball BP Dual Fold Sonnet pen set, rare vintage promo gift. This one sold for a whopping $17,000. They took a best offer, so it's somewhere around $17,000. Sold by Nakatomi Toys on eBay. So beautiful listing here. $17,000. $67.70 UPS shipping on top of that. So they're not even throwing in shipping. You're gonna have to pay for that as well. $17,000. They took a best offer, so maybe a little bit less than that. Let's take a look at this listing and see what you get. 24 pens in all, $17,000. Beautiful vintage set here that comes in the little case, as you can see. We'll kind of get a little closer so you can see the craftsmanship of these pens. Definitely something to keep an eye out for, especially with that price tag. Can you imagine finding this at an estate sale, buying it for $100 and selling it for $17,000? There you can see the tips of these pens, so you can see the high quality. These are the Fountain Rollerball BP Dual Fold Sonnet pen set. So Sonnet, I think, Dual Fold Sonnet BP. Parker pens, Parker the brand that we all know. And there you can see very interesting, ornate. There you can see the cap that goes on these. There you see it says Sonnet, S-O-N-N-E-T, from France, it looks like, made in France. So these definitely have some interesting designs to them. Parker Sonnet, made in France. So looking for those ballpoint pens. There is the case that it comes in, so a nice looking case, and comes with an extra couple extras there. They're throwing those in maybe. There is the set at number 3 on our list, $17,000 for that Parker 24 pen set. So after seeing all those lots that sold for big money in the fountain pen category, you saw all those that were selling. I kind of expected more to be at the top of the list, but these top 2 are actually individual pens. You saw the set there, that was at number 3. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 2. The price tag just went up. At number 2 on our list of the most expensive fountain pens sold on eBay the last 90 days is this. It's a rare Mont Blanc Mahatma Gandhi Great Characters Lee 2241 fountain pen with 18 karat gold accents, sold by Incurable Collectors for $17,145. And looks like they're gonna throw in free shipping. Actually, no, free local pickup or $50 USPS shipping on this one. So the Mahatma Gandhi limited edition 241 Mont Blanc, that's one at number 2, sold for $17,145. Let's get a better look at this one. As you can see there, that's the initial photo, and this one does have 18 karat gold accents, so you can see that gold on the center there. And it is a limited edition. You wonder how many of these were made. It says 241 fountain pen, 18 karat gold, Mahatma Gandhi, famous words. It has a little booklet that comes with it, so maybe some sort of case here that you get all kinds of goodies in it. And a limited run of these Mont Blancs. Mont Blanc, of course, the famous name. There you see the tip of it. Look at that. It looks like it has some sort of image on there engraved, maybe of Gandhi. Could be, I don't know. It's hard to see in gold though. That's that 18 karat gold embossed on there. And there you see the signature. Does that say Gandhi or Mont Blanc? I can't tell. The cursive writing is a little throwing me off. But there is the original photo. Let's go through it real quick again so you can get a good look at this. The Mont Blanc Mahatma Gandhi limited edition at 241. That's the one that's selling for $17,145. Definitely one to look out for. A limited edition. You're probably not going to find this out there very much. Looks like it says 36 of 241, so maybe that 241 signifies that there was only 241 of these made, and this is number 36. And comes with a signed picture, it looks like, Mahatma Gandhi, so definitely one to collect. $17,145, the number 2 pen sold on eBay, fountain pens. Alright, there you see it, Mahatma Gandhi, the Mont Blanc at number 2. So definitely a nice looking pen. They did a good job taking those photos, giving you a good look at that limited edition with the gold accents, the 18 karat gold accents. Obviously when you see something like that, you know it's special when it comes with all the box and the signed picture and everything, and you know you're going to be paying some good money for it. But $17,000 and change, you didn't expect it to be that much, did you? I didn't expect it to be that much, but there is one that even sold for more. Let's take a look at what number 1 on the list is. Alright, we've made it to number 1 on the list. This is the top selling fountain pen on eBay. We searched eBay, we saw how many had sold, we saw how many had sold for over $100, and this pen was the top selling pen of the bunch. What is it? It's a Mont Blanc 2023 limited edition 94 Robert Louis Stevenson 18 karat solid gold fountain pen, and this one was sold by MB Pens up for $39,999. Yep, you heard me correctly. $39,999 for this one. Top selling fountain pen on eBay. Last one available. It looks like they have $20 shipping on top of that. Again, the Mont Blanc 2023 limited edition 94 Robert Louis Stevenson 18 karat solid gold fountain pen. Look at the details on this one. We're going to go through these photos, give you a good look at this one. The top selling fountain pen on eBay. You knew it was going to be a Mont Blanc, right? You knew it was going to be. Look at the ship and the face on that. Of course, Robert Louis Stevenson. There it is, wrapped in plastic. That's 18 karat gold you have there. It looks like they took some sort of picture of something or other, not sure. They got the skew on there. It's the real deal. Fabricator's name, Bangkok Sampap Limited Partnership. So this one is coming from overseas, it looks like. This one's not made in France. I don't know where Mont Blanc pens are made, but Mont Blanc Writer's Edition, made in Germany. There it is, made in Germany. And there it is, 18 karat solid gold fountain pen. Beautiful pen, but is it worth $39,999? It was to somebody, because this is the top selling fountain pen on eBay. There you see the cap. You imagine losing that cap. You take the cap off the pen and you can't find it. That would be tragic. You'd lose half of that $39,900, right? There you see it. You see why they keep it in the plastic. You wonder if this one ever escapes the plastic. Is somebody dare to use this pen? I don't know. $39,999. Again, sold by MB Pens Up. They got a 99.4 positive rating on eBay. So they've been doing some good business. They've been doing something right, and they made a huge sale here. $39,999. They got beautiful photos of this wrapped in plastic. It's hard to see it in great detail, but this is a big money pen. There you can see some of the detail through the plastic. We're going through these photos, and you'll see what you can get with this. Looks like they got a little Mont Blanc book that goes along with it. Writer's Edition, homage to Robert Louis Stevenson, limited edition 94. So maybe that means 94 of these were actually made. That seems about right. And there you see it. More photos. You can see it has some sort of bird on there. So that's what that image is there that you're seeing in the blue and the green. And great detail to this one. You can see the construction of why it's selling for so much money. And there is the original photo. So there you've seen it. The most expensive fountain pen sold on eBay. $39,999. Alright, we made it through the list. You saw 1 through 5 there. We counted down to number 1. And we saw that Mont Blanc selling for big bucks. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this what sold video. We do these quite often on the channel just to get a look at some of these niches. See what the sell-through rate is. See what's selling over $100. And of course, we want to see those top 5 selling items. Today we searched the fountain pens and was a little surprised at the dollar amount that some of those pens are going for. It looks like a good niche to be selling in, especially those vintage fountain pens. So something to think about as we move forward as resellers. You know, maybe we want to invest some money in fountain pens. Seems like a good category to sell in. 12,000 of them have sold for over $100. So we want to focus on that big money market. That's probably the one I would want to play in. You know, if you can get one of these pens to sell for thousands like that, that could make your whole year. So like I said, we do these what sold videos quite often. If you want to see more videos like this, we've got a bunch up on the channel. Give them a look. There's a little folder titled what sold. Go search in there. You'll see all the different categories we've searched. If there's a category you want me to search, go ahead and reach out and let me know in the comments section. I'm happy to do that for you. Again, my name is Brian Kingsbury. If you want to follow my daily vlog, I've got 2 eBay stores and a daily vlog that comes out about the business. I'll let y'all know about what I'm listing, what I'm selling, and what we're turning for big profit. And we're searching some of these categories, hoping to make some big profits in 2024 and ahead. So we're going to keep doing that research, bring this knowledge to you, teach myself as well as share that knowledge with all of you so that all of us can kind of learn and grow as one together here on the channel. Still trying to get my channel monetized, so if you would be so kind as to like this video, get it in front of some more eyes, and if you like this type of content, feel free to subscribe, ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time another one of these what sold videos drops. Thanks for watching this one to the very end. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.